Obviously Mike Strantz was an incredible artist and incredible vision for what he wanted the golf course or the piece of land to be. But being the same designer on these two different golf courses, they are night and day. They're completely different. Caledonia is a little more of a traditional, parkland golf course, a little more tree lined. It's a par 70, but again, I've used this quote probably a million times. Caledonia is like playing golf in a garden, and that's probably the most apt thing, the way I can describe it. Where True Blue is more of a link style golf course, a little more open. Instead of high fescue and large amounts of rough, there's a lot of waste areas, waste bunkers and sandy areas around the golf course. So if you stray from the fairway, you won't necessarily be in 6-inch rough, but you will be in basically a sandy area. So they're two completely different styles of golf courses. Caledonia plays to a par 70, True Blue is a par 72. True Blue has 5 par 5s and 5 par 3s. So it's a little different kind of a setup. So both unique. A lot of times if you play, and I'm just gonna throw Mr. Dye under the bus, you play one Pete Dye, you play quite a few. Where Mike's courses are completely different. Third hole is probably one of my favorites. More than anything, that's where I had my first hole in one. It's an island green, hourglass shaped. Depending on the day and the pin location, it could be a 3-4 club difference. From front to back, it's 50 yards deep. And it's a challenge every day, depending on the wind direction and the pin placement. So it's fun, but like I said, I had one special memory there, and that was my first hole in one.
It's not great, but it's safe. No such thing as a peck of the non. Not the non-believers, Terry. I got that shot.
Kind of started, and it was something they wanted to do. They purchased the property back in 1971, and they used it basically for a hunting and fishing reserve. They still will go out fishing on Thursdays and come back, and we'll have a fish fry. And this was something they did every Thursday back at that time. So to incorporate that, they had the fish chowder, and it tied right into the property, it tied right into the story, and they were all about it, and it's something we continue to this day. But I would say easily the most popular spot would be Caledonia, and I could probably say that be true up and down the Grand Strand. It gets rowdy out there, and if you're coming into 18 in the afternoon and you hit a bad shot, you will get booed, and they let you know it. And if you hit a good shot, you get a round of applause, and it's kind of a different atmosphere than really almost anywhere I've ever been. And it adds a little bit of pressure to that shot, which is not really that difficult a shot. But when you see 30 or 40 people up on the veranda, now it's a hard shot.
Sure what it is about South Carolina, the Carolinas overall, and Pete Dye, but here's another one from him. The Pete Dye course, the Dye Club at Barefoot Resorts, is the toughest on property. It stands with the likes of Tom Fazio, Greg Norman, and Davis Love III design. However, the die club there is the toughest test. Significant bunkering, water, railroad ties, and fescue line a course that measures nearly 7,400 yards.
Oh. I didn't feel so confident that I wasn't sure if I was going to make that or not. As well as being known for one of the most difficult tests of golf in the Grand Strand. Also has a couple other accolades. A previous top 100 golf course on the public list. The course hosts Monday After the Masters each year, put on by Darius Rucker. It's also hosted The Big Break on Golf Channel, and continues to be one of the most sought-after courses to play in Myrtle Beach. Bunker with you.
Three total on-property courses: Heathland, Moorland, and Parkland. In addition to the three on-site, they also own Oyster Bay to the north and Heritage Club to the south. All rounds can be included in your stay and play package. Here we see Hell's Half Acre, a 255-yard par 4. A very elevated green with fescue, waste bunkering, and shaved runoffs sits 70 feet above a player with a low approach. In addition, Legends has Heathland, the oldest continuous Tom Tote design with the redesign of High Point Club in Michigan.
Hold it in.